Hello and welcome again to Martin Lucas Investors channel. My name is Sensei. I do sincerely apologize about the issues that we've been having, but we're back here going to be discussing the pumping markets, your chart requests, and getting straight back into it. But we're going to start off with what we promised, which is for the people that stuck around, we're going to do a giveaway. So if you have just tuned back into the show, let's make sure we're running all smoothly. I'm going to check this. Yes, okay, we're all good. We're back. Let's me refresh that. Let's see who's here. Do let me know if you're still here with us today during this live stream, which is interestingly not showing yet. Are we all back? Are we good? Are we back? Who's here? Tell me, are we running smoothly? Are we back? For some reason, I'm not getting any analytics through. Maybe we've done too many streams today. Let's see. Are we running, guys? Are we back? Are we back? Let me have a look. Are we here? Here. Tell me, are we running? We're back. We're back. We're back. I'm back. Still here. We're here. We're smooth. We're good. Okay. What? No free mug. Martin is back. He's heard about we're giving away his mugs again. I'm sorry, Martin. I have to. I've done a mistake. I'm gonna cover the cost. We've had a few issues today, and what I'm gonna do straight off this show is look at all the systems. I don't want this ever happening again. I'm going to have to contact Ecamm or Apple support and see what is going on. If it happens again during the show, I'm sorry, I don't know what it can be. I've reset my computer twice today. I've reset Ecamm Live twice. I've updated everything. If it happens again, I apologize. I'll be looking into it anyway, but we're going to sort it out. But we're back. Let's do as much as we can. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. And yes, we are going to be giving away. That scared me for a moment. Yes, we are going to be giving away a mug as well. Oh, we've got another request from Kent Paranormal, GRRR. We've got 3 requests lined up. We're going to do them. But what are we going to do first? Well, let me zoom this in again. Everything's going weird today. We're going to start off with a giveaway. So not only is a giveaway, we're basically giving away 4 mugs. One is going to be, let me put that in center. One is going to be free, 100% off. One is going to be 75% discount, 2 50% discount. So I'm going to give everyone the best shot. So you can choose, are you going to be the quickest or are you going to get the free one? Are you going to take less risks and take the 75%, or are you going to take even less of a risk and get the 50% off ones because there's 2 of them? It's going to apply to a specific product. It's going to be, I'm going to show you in a second. I don't want anyone front running this. I'm going to give everyone the best chance of doing this. So they're unique codes. One is going to be 100% off. So someone's going to get a free mug. Someone's going to get a mug at 75% off. And 2 people are going to get 50% off mugs. So um, do buy one, get one free. My wife could do a mug as she is one for not allowing me to buy Bitcoin in 2010. I apologize about that. But we've already set it up. We've got free mug, 75% and 2 50% off. So you choose. Are you going to be the quickest? Are you going to go for the 100%? Are you going to take the least risk and go for the 50%? So what are you going to do? Let's get the likes up. I'll give you which product it is and the code. So how many people do we have? We've got 156 people watching and 11 likes. We will get this going at 75 likes. So everyone hit the like button. Let's get everyone back into the show. I want to give everyone the best chance of winning. So I'm going to guide you completely through it as well. So who's in the show? Who's with us? Let's get 75 likes and we will do it. So we've got 31 likes. We are then going to get back into the show. We're going to do your chart requests. We've got 3 already requested, so we're going to do them. And then we'll do more from your requests. We'll be looking at the markets. XRP is basically on the brink of a breakout right now. $2.24 is what we're set at right now. $2.30 is the breakout zone, and then we're going to hopefully continue to the upside. The markets are moving big. Uniswap, Ethereum up 13% on the day. Absolutely incredible. Nasdaq still moving up 1.73% today. S&P 500 up 1.5% today. Incredible day in the markets. We're going to be looking at all the charts, your requests. But before we do that, we're going to give away some mugs as soon as we hit 75 likes. So have we done it? We're on 200 people watching us live now. And here we go. What is the viewership? What's the likes now? 50 likes. 25 more likes, and we'll do it. So get ready. Hit the like button. The sooner you hit it, the sooner we can do the giveaway and get back into the show. Thank you, everyone, for staying back with us. Surprised at the response to all intents trade deal. I guess the tariffs are doomed for success. Martyn said no free mug sensei. Sandra, we're going to do it anyway. XRP mugs free. I will deal with Martyn later. He's going to give you a big telling off, but I have to do it. My mistake. I'll cover the costs. We're going to get it done. And not only are we giving away one, we're basically giving away four. So it's it's going to be an interesting conversation with Martyn later. Saab this weekend, foodie fast in Sacramento. I'll be there. Go, smash the like, says Tish. Let's do it. Free. Martyn said no free mugs. We're going to do it. Working Sensei looks good to me. Typo, wonder if Kent Paranormal. We're going to do GRRR as well. I will put that on the list of things we're going to do. We've got SMCI coming up, Joby coming up, and now we've got GRRR. Thank you for your request. Rob's here. DJ Haynes is back with us. Saab, it would be great to meet up with you fellas. Zach Zate, Stephen Lewandowski. It's not a free chicken mug. I'm in Cali, Zach, not too far away. Cool. Stephen Lewandowski doing more trades. I bought 33, bought in at 31, 1,085 shares. Stephen is enjoying his quick trades at the moment. Okay, let's watch. I did a deep dive into Great Barrier Reef in Aussie. I was in Ireland. It was amazing. Okay, let's see. Did we get 75 likes? 211 people watching. We're going to do a giveaway. Hit that like button. Let's see if we've done it. If we have, we'll get straight into it. 60 likes. What is everyone? Does no one want free mugs? I mean, what's going on? 60 likes. What is happening? 15 people are being lazy. I mean, 115 people are being lazy, but let's see. 61 likes. Come on, guys. 14 more likes, and we're going to do it. We are all rich now. If you're in, you're already in. I mean, look at these markets go. We've got US 500, the S&P 500 up 1.5%. There's really nothing stopping it from going to that final level, 2.5%, 3% move to the upside, and then we're looking at all-time highs again as if this big drop never occurred. Remember, we were live here covering the exact bottom to the penny. I mean, from those levels where we dug the ditches, we stayed live for you guys, up 18% in a matter of weeks. Absolutely incredible. I don't think I've seen a winning streak like that since COVID, really. We've got Ethereum up 13%. We've got XRP on the brink. It's done one breakout today. Can I do another one? $2.30 up ahead. We've got Bitcoin holding $100,000. Getting back above $102,000 will be key. All-time highs, 150,000. We're going to be going through all these charts. Let me refresh the screen. 180 people watching. How many likes do we have? We've got 77 likes. We've done it. So, is everyone ready? Spam in the chat. Are you ready? I want everyone to be ready so we do this. Breaking news. Trump will love this. First American Pope. Oh, I don't want to bring up Sky News again. I want to keep my things to the low. Let's see if we can bring up the news. However, let's go. Everyone say you're ready. I want everyone to be ready. I want everyone to be lagging. YouTube, if it's lagging for you, it's not lagging for me. I think that must be a problem on your end. Please do refresh the stream. What I'm going to do is go to news, Pope. Let's see if we've got the news. Okay. Eggs, ready. Everyone's ready. Okay. If everyone's ready, we're going to do it. Eggs, cheap eggs, says Ken Paranormal. Okay. Is everyone ready? Sounds like everyone's ready. So I'm going to give you the step-by-step, and then I'm going to give you the code. So what we're doing, there's going to be one free mug. There's going to be one 75% off. There's going to be two 50% off. Choose which one you want to do. Are you going to risk it and go for the 100% and probably not get it? Or get it? Are you the fastest out there? 75%. Are you going to take less risk, or are you going to go for 50%? There'll be two of them, and I guess the highest chance, unless everyone goes for the 50%, and then you know what I mean. You choose the risk, what you're going to do. So first step, go to the shop. And go on to, I'll give you the link for the exact product. We'll go on to XRP merch, and I want everyone to put this link in their browser. That's only if you want to participate. So there we go. There is the link for the exact product. It's going to be the XRP limited mug. We're going to sell out the mug. There's going to be, there's only 6 of these left. So this is the mug, the 11 ounce, the smaller mug, the XRP one, limited edition. One's going to be free, 175, one and 2 50% off. So what you have to do next is add it to your cart. Add this to your cart, and then let me just make sure I don't give away any details. Then you go to checkout. Let me make sure everything's there. Yes. Once you're on the checkout page, you might as well start filling all of this out. This is where you put your discount code in. Discount code goes up here. So you make sure you put the discount code in. If you purchase it without the discount code, there's nothing I can do. It goes straight to the print provider and it gets distributed. So I can't cancel orders once they're done. So make sure you put your discount code in, or if you just want to buy it, then you can buy it. There you go. So that's where your discount code goes at the top. Get ready, fill these all out. It's going to be one for a free one. There's going to be one for 75% and 2 for 50%. So that's the specific mug. I've put the address in the products. I've put the specific product. It's only going to apply to this mug. Let me make sure. Yes, it's all the discount codes only apply to this mug. There's only one person can get the free one person 75, 2 for the 50%. So I'm just wasting some time so everyone can fill out all their details, and then I'm going to give you this code. You put it, you apply the code, and then you can check out. There you go. So, are you ready for the codes? Is everyone ready? Tell me if you're ready again. I want to know if everyone's ready. Is everyone ready? I want everyone to have the best shot at this. I want everyone to be prepared. Let me know once you're ready in the chat. As soon as we get 5 readies in the chat, we're going to go. Bitcoin is still pushing up. Highs of the day now, 101,000. We're approaching 102,000. Let's see if we can do it. 102,000 is the key spot for Bitcoin. XRP is moving now. XRP is moving now. Trying to bullish flag, bullish wedge approaching. We've got one ready. One person ready, 4 more people ready, and we'll go. Ethereum holding strong. Bull flag now forming on Ethereum. Is it going to hold it, or is it going to break down from this bull flag? Is going to continue its run to the upside. Ethereum is there. Gala, 12.71%. We are still running. We've only got one person ready so far. Let me know when you're ready. Dogecoin is up 10.71%. Link up 11%. A lot of these at the highs of the day currently. We've got 2 readies, 3 more readies in the chat, and we will release the codes. ADA up 8%. It tagged. What was the level we were saying this morning? Join in every single morning. We do the morning show. We cover all the crypto news. We cover all the stock news. We cover all the breaking news before the news covers it as well. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We do everything on this show. Do hit the like button if you've just tuned in. We're about to give away some mugs, so get ready for that. 2 readies. We need 3 more readies in the chat, and we will give you the codes. Flare as well is just lagging behind the markets today. It's a lower market cap coin. It takes a while for the money to flow down the chain. Nasdaq is selling off slightly, still near the highs of the day. Oh, as I said, don't FOMO in. FOMOing in emotional trading is one of the worst things you can do. S&P 500 slight pullback as well. Paul McCann has become a member. Thank you very much.
Paul McCann has become a member.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more person ready, and then we're going to do it. We're going to give you the codes. I'll give you the link for the exact product again. It's only going to be for this product. Get it in your checkout. Get everything filled out. Get ready for the code. One more person who's going to be ready. We're going to release the code. Ready? Okay. M phase is up 10%. M phase. Enphase Energy is loving this. Up over 10% today. I mean, look at that daily candle. Let's go on to the daily candle. Thank you, Martyn, for bringing that to our attention. Enphase Energy is in a terrible downtrend at the moment, and it's trying to find a bottom. Be careful that there is potential lower downside, but today it's getting a relief rally. We'll be keeping an eye on this trend because if that breaks, this is looking good for Enphase as well. Enphase Energy, one of the biggest gainers of the day, 10.26%. Okay, ready. Shout for you guys. Go, go, go. So, I'm going to give it to you once. I'm going to go down the list. So, the one that's the discount code for the person who's going to get it. I don't know how to do this. I want to give everyone the fair shot. So, remember, it's higher risk going for the free one, lower risk going for the 50% off one because there's going to be two of them, one of the 75% off and one free. So, the free mug is, the discount code is free. That's the discount code. The next one is 75 off. That one after is 50 off. So go ahead, choose your mug, go do it. You're ready. You've probably got the comments first. Those are the discount codes: free, 75 off, 50 off. There you go. Quick, quick, quick. Choose what you want. If I was me, I'd probably go for the 50% first, or I don't know. You choose your risk levels. You are all adults. You know what's best for you guys. So you're either going to get it for £0, you're going to get it for £5 or £10. So Sandra, it's free. The free FREE. 75 off, 75 off. It's in the chat, or 50 off. So I'm going to keep an eye on this because last time this. We're going to keep an eye on this. Let's see what's going on. Let's put the music on.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go. Let's see. I think they're gone. I think they're gone. I think they're gone. Just checking, I think they're all gone. Let's check. 50 off, no more. 50% off, there is no more left. No. 75 off. No more left. And I guess the free one is also gone. You did it. There you go. There's the little surprise for today. I hope you appreciate that. Everyone is gone. I mean, in all honesty, there is another basically amazing deal that I might as well share with you while everyone's in the shop. So there's only 2 of these mugs left. Only 2 XRP limited edition mugs left, 10 available. And at the same time, there's only 2 of the Lucasades Win mug left as well. And that's limited to 10 available as well. So only 2 of them left, 2 of the XRP mugs left. If you're on the page of the XRP mug, if you just look above, you can get all 3 mugs. And basically, there's only 2 of these bundles left as well. They're 40% off. That's one of the best deals we've also had on the show. So you can get these 40% off. You get all 3 mugs. Each mug is costing you less than £10. The total price £38.98, and there's only 2 people that can get this bundle. So if you're still there and you've missed out on those deals, there is only 2 of these bundles left as well. So scroll up, you can see these bundles. You can add that bundle to your cart, and you get all 3 mugs. And they're the last 2 bundles because there's only 2 of this mug, 2 of this mug left, for 40% off. So if you're there, add this bundle to your cart as well, and you can get the bundle for 40% off, and it's the last 2 bundles of that mug forever. Thank you all for tuning in, for staying with me. Let's get back to the charts. Let's see your reaction in the comments. Stay with us. We are not done. We are going to be continuing. Breaking news, Trump will love this. First American Pope. There we go. We've got the first Pope as well. So, who got which mug? Oh, James got it. James got the mug. Finally, one of our big term, a long term. Why is it on hold? Why is it on hold? Let me release that. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe you got 2. Here we go. James has got the mug. I won't reveal who got the other mugs. I don't want to do that. Let's see. Stephen Lewandowski. Robert Francis, a person of 69 years old from USA. New Pope. Name is Pope Leo. Don't know my Roman numeral, so I apologise. Sensei, what is the code? I missed it. I gave it to you in the chat as well. John got the 50% off one. Congratulations to you. And Reverend Up Biker also got the 50% off one. If you're a member, make sure go to Discord when those mugs come in. Post a picture. We're going to be doing a lot of events. We're waiting for Discord to get fully onboarded, and then we'll do those events. If I buy 2, does that mean 100%? No. No, that's not how it works. All gone. Well done to the guys who got them. 100% off. Lol. Paul got the 100% off one. Congrats, guys. Why is South Africa not on the list of countries? I don't know what list of countries you're... Oh, South Africa not on the list of countries. List of countries to check out? That'll be interesting. Let me see. Oh, is this sold out again? Let's see. There's only 2 available. I'm trying to see what you mean by South Africa not being... I will look into that for you. I apologise. I think there's obviously some certain countries that we might not be able to supply to, and I will look into South Africa not being one of them. Thank you for letting me know about that. Congrats, 007. Oh, XIV is 14. Pope Leo the 14th. I apologise. Thank you, Saab. I was not missing out this time. I got 2 mugs. James has got 2. He's going to have lots of tea. James was prepared this time. He was ready. I know what James did. He did something clever. He remembered all his data on the site. I think that's what he said he's going to do. To put my address as well as my currency. Tish, I'm sorry. Maybe there's specific countries that have that might not be compliant or might not be working with our systems. So I will look into that for you. Back to the main show. Thanks for everyone participating in that. 77 likes. Please do hit the like button. Let's go through some of those requests left. If you want to do a request, you can do a super chat as well, and we will do those requests. So, what was the first one we meant to do? Let's go back into it. Let's see if they're still here. Money Making Mitch, are you here? Vaz, are you here? And who requested GRR? Let's make sure you guys are still here. Kent's Paranormal, are you here as well? Who is here? We'll do your request first. Pinster in the store, yes. Sandra, it's finished. Sandra, it's there's no more left. There's no more left. The only thing that's left. Let me get rid of all my items because I don't want anyone missing out because they're in my basket. Let me get rid of all of this. The only thing left is the bundle. So there we go. The only thing left is this. If you go onto the website, I'll give you the link again. There's only 2 bundles left because there's only 2 of these items left. It's the 40% off. You can get all 3 products for 40% off. You just add it to your cart and it automatically applies the discount. You don't need to put any codes in. Okay. Okay, so Vaz is here. Everyone's here. Money Making Mitch. Okay, so we'll start with the order. Vaz is here. Kent Paranormal's here. Okay, let's do your requests. Thank you for sticking with us throughout those issues. Starting with the first one, Money Making Mitch, SMCI. Super Micro Computers. Okay, so not looking bad, not looking bad. I mean, remember this was a very important zone over here. Previously accumulated, then went to the moon. What was that zone between $22 and $31? What have you managed to do? Well, you can clearly see you've got a higher low structure. You came down, found a base, you came back up to the accumulation zone, found your base. Now you're trying to put in a higher low. So that is fairly bullish because you've got a higher low structure. I mean, however you look at it, you can go like that, you can go like this. It's just higher lows. And then this final higher low within the medium term higher low structure of these other lows, you've got a shorter term higher low structure that's taken you back above resistance. And just yesterday, you confirmed it as support. What else do you have going on? Well, it's that famous gap as well. You've got another gap as well. The magnet is taking you up to $36 in the short term. And because the trend is to look towards the upside in the medium term and in the short term, once that gap closes, what you're then looking for is this higher piece of resistance. $45 is the target for SMCI. Looking bullish again, trying to find its bottom, trying to find a base, trying to get that higher low structure. I mean, there is obviously the lower high structure as well, but you're trying to find that base, higher lows, and your target for SMCI, again, new stream, I need to say this again, nothing I'm saying is financial advice. This is literally my thoughts and opinions only from my studies of the charts. It might not be high risk. Don't put in more than you can afford to lose. Is this your strategy? What do you want to do? Long term, short term? What I'm doing is giving you my thoughts on the chart. And the chart is suggesting higher lows, bullish, above support, bullish, gap fill right above at $36, target $36 short term, bullish, magnet pulling you up. Above support, next major resistance, $46. So a few things coming together there. A small Fibonacci from the high to the low. Again, that's taking to the 50% retrace as well. So that is, again, $46 is going to be a hard piece of resistance to get back above. You get back above that, then you are targeting the previous high, $66, $73. But for now, keep an eye on holding $31. You hold $31, your target is $46. Yesterday, you had a bullish retest of $31. You've got that gap. So yeah, I would be saying target is $46 on SMCI. Okay. Let me just make sure that's all running smoothly. Yes, it is. Okay. So that's SMCI. Not much else to be said there. Thank you for your support with the super chat. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Moving over to Joby for Vaz. Joby, did you say Vaz said check Discord when I have a minute? So let me check Discord. Maybe it's a private message. Are you talking about private messages? Are you talking about Vaz? Where am I looking? Where am I looking, Vaz? Joby Aviation is your suggestion. Anyway, we're looking at it now. I think you said the earnings was good. Not reflected in the price action, however, as it's come up to resistance. Look at this. I mean, it's just the chart is telling you what's going on. Every single time we've come up to this level, you can see it's been resistance. $7 key resistance. You come up to $7, you crash. It's happened multiple times. You see, first time in first time you came down, you went back up, and you failed to break out $7. You came straight back down. The next time you can see resistance, you came down 43%. Next time you tried to breach $7, you failed, came down 55%. The time after you breach $7, you get a big move to the upside. That didn't happen in December of 2023. You came up to $7, you had a 36% correction. In July of 2024, you tried to breach it, you didn't manage to hold it. That's called a fake out. You need to hold it as support. You didn't. You had a 37% correction. This is what you want to look for when you break $7. You break through it, you come back down for the retest. You have two chances of getting in. You break $7. It's great news. You come in for the retest. You got your retest of $7 again, and then you've got the confirmation to try and move higher. Then you move on to your next resistance, which you fail to breach, and then you come back down. But you can see what you're trying to look for is breaking that level and then continuing, because then you get a 55% move to the upside. Again, you dropped below $7. You tested $7 as resistance, and then you came down 30%. So what's happening again? Well, $7 is acting as resistance once again. Whether would I be buying this right now? Probably not, unless the fundamentals are looking brilliant. But you can see $7 has failed to be breached. I'm much happier waiting to get back above $7. Just like we saw in November of 2024. Where I'd be getting in? Well, you break $7. Great news. We're waiting for that retest. Break $7, don't FOMO in, wait until you come back to that support, and then you can take the trade back up to a next resistance level and then do it all over again. So that's what I looked for. You came back to down to $7, as tested at support, change resistance into support, and then you can move further to the upside. So that's what we're looking for again on Joby. Right now there is no trade. I don't mind waiting to get back above. What would that look like? Getting back above $7, coming back down, and then heading back up to a $9 target. So right now, you are at resistance, no trade to be taken. What is, however, on the bullish side of things, you've got this short-term move to the upside. So keep an eye on that. You could sort of be closing in. What I mean by that is looking at the chart. Why is that going like that again? You're looking at the chart. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. You're squeezing, you're squeezing, you're squeezing. That can then make you break up. However, higher low structure could also be broken towards the downside. And there you go, you've got your next upwards trending at $5 and your next target at $4.64. So on the bearish side of things, $5.20 potential target and $4.60 potential target towards downside. On the upwards case as well, you've got this upwards trending trend line. That's going to squeeze. You break towards the downside, $5.20. You break towards the upside. You're looking at a big move towards the upside once you break $7, then moving back up. So right now you are at resistance, but it's trying to sort of the trend is trying to squeeze you back above $7. But be careful, because we've seen $7 act as resistance before and create these crashes towards the downside. It's looking a bit different because you can see accumulation on the short term, higher low, higher low, higher low. It's really trying. Resistance up ahead. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Well, it's either going to break towards the downside, then you've got your buys at 520, 464, or you're going to squeeze, break $7, test it as resistance, and then test it as support, and then move towards the upside. So what's going on with Joby is volatility up ahead. There is the chart for Joby. Thank you, Vaz. Oh, you meant after the show. Sorry, Vaz. I've seen your messages. I will be responding to them after the show. Thank you, Vaz. I haven't actually fully read them, but thank you for bringing my attention to that. I don't get notifications for Discord, so thanks for that. Yes, I missed the retest today. Thanks for this. Loved it. Oh, Vaz, I appreciate it. We've got one more. So if you want to get your requests in, you can do a super chat. We'll move on to you straight after GRRR. This is for who requested this? Kent Paranormal. Touch $7. What are we looking at, Joby? Yes, it did touch $7, but you can see it tested as resistance. and now it's just trying to get back above $7. Okay, GRRR for Kent Paranormal. Gorilla Technology Group. Okay. 174 people watching. Thank you for tuning in. Big day in the markets today. New Pope, UK trade deal, markets pumping. We're just trying to take a step back, look at the charts, not to get too emotional with our trades and not be FOMOing in. That's why I always find the charts very useful. It really lets you just look at the technical data rather than all the noise. So please do hit that like button if you're still with us, or if you've just tuned in. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Okay, we're doing GRRR. So, quick zoom out. Not the best trading stock in the history of stocks, but you are trying. You are trying higher lows, higher highs. You're trying. That's the long-term trend. The short-term trend, you see what I mean? You've got these upward sloping resistance. If they upward sloping support, you can see it here. If they break, you then start breaking horizontal support and the trend changes. So that is a clear way of seeing if a trend changes. You break these higher low structures, you break horizontal resistance. So GRR is heading for $13 in my opinion. You're in the middle of no man's land, no real trade. $13 is a support. 1647 is the resistance. You're in the middle of no man's land, no support, no resistance. Be prepared for $13 on GRR. That's what it's looking like the case will be. You can see the momentum on the MACD is going red, momentum shifting down. You can see the RSI sat at 13.8. Bearish control zones. Bears are in control of the stock right now. Trend is changing towards the back down, towards the downside. You need to be looking at levels of support. $13 as your next level of support, the next area of entry potentially for GRRR. $16.46 is the area you want to get back above to head back up to $18. I think we're going to go to $13 before we hit $12. So trend bearish, trend $13. At that point, then you can make a decision. Are you going to hold? Are you going to break? Then you can start sort of moving your trend back towards the upside. But GRRR right now, in my opinion, is not looking too good. It looks like you've got a bit more downside ahead before you can try calling a bottom. That's another 15% move to downside. Again, I can't predict the future. I'm just, with my knowledge of charts, I'm trying to give myself the best chance. And reading the charts right now, to my opinion, is looking bearish. So keep an eye on $13. That will be key, and then we can slowly start building up. I mean, look at $13. You've got all this support from last time round at $13. So that's the area you want to keep an eye on. You can see over here you had the support. So and previously support as well, resistance as well. So it's a key level here at $13, and that's what you're being drawn to right now. Breaking bullish trends, breaking resistance, you normally head down to the next level, $13, and then we can have another look at it, see if it's trending back towards the upside as well. But for now, looking a little bit bearish. Thank you for your request. Thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, that's all our requests so far. So we are open again for requests. If you want to request, you can do a super chat. We will look at it for you. If not, we will look at the general market. What's the comment section saying? What a day for the US. Big day for the US, big day for the UK, big deals being made. Looking at the Financial Times here. This is what set everything off. The news of this in the morning. We got the news. Futures obviously opened up because they were closed, and we got the news. So that was a great open, and ever since we've been going up. We've got Donald Trump announces trade deal with the UK. So here we go. The UK will be able to export 100,000 cars a year to the US at a 10% tariff. So that's been reduced from 27.5. So that's about big enough for all our current exports. Tariffs on steel and aluminum fall to 25%, from 25% to 0. And that protects a lot of jobs. Remember, the steel industry in the UK was a bit. The government had to step in, so it wasn't looking good. So again, that is key. A lot of pressure on the steel industry at the moment, so that's been dropped to 0%, which is good. A 10% tariff that applies to most goods import remains. So 10% tariff, that baseline is still there for basically everything else. The two countries have agreed reciprocal market access on beef, with UK farmers receiving a tariff-free quota of 13,000 metric tons, and Starmer insisting there will be no change in the food standard safeties. So remember, that's what the UK residents are worried about. Chlorinated chicken, food standards in the US are typically lower than the UK, and that's what people are worried about. The UK will also remove tariff on US ethanol. So there we go, the starts of a deal. Remember, it does force, but reading this paragraph here, both US President and the UK Prime Minister talked up the pact as a landmark in countries' relationships, but it stops short of a comprehensive agreement. We heard many times this is work in progress, this is not the end, this is not everything. And again, a lot of these things haven't actually been signed yet, but this is driving up the markets. First of many, it's what it's sounding like. US China deal on Friday as well. Potentially, they're in talks tomorrow, over the weekend. Monday, we'll hopefully hear something. Hopefully, it's a deal. If it's not, then the markets can go all the way back down again. It's worse if they come out without a deal, which I don't think they will. But if they do come out without a deal, it's actually worse than going into that deal. We've got more certainty that it's bad rather than anything good. So let's keep an eye on that. Why is this over? Okay. What is moving in the markets right now? Gold. Down, down, down. Double top confirmed. Gold is moving down. Uncertainty is out. People are going risk on again. Breaking it down the support. Lower highs looking bad on gold as well. So be prepared for a move down on gold. Breaking support once again. Looking like a double top, tweezer top, double top. Down, down, down. Get ready for a move down on gold. Silver still holding strong, $29. What a trade. We're still looking to be bullish on silver, and I'm still bullish on gold long term, medium term as well. It's just right now it's not looking brilliant. We've got the S&P 500 breaking out from resistance, looking for another sort of from exactly where we are right now to the next resistance at 2.4% to 3.5%. So 3.5% move again. In store for the S&P 500, and that is decision time. What are you going to do? That is our final retrace in the Fibonacci. If you get back above those levels, it's very likely we go back up to all-time highs. If we don't, we've seen it many times. You go in for a deep retrace and then you make new lows, or you then double bottom and then you go again. So be prepared. If things go south, the charts are also saying we are at retracer levels now. This could all go away in seconds. So that's again another reason to not FOMO into markets. We are getting into that final retrace level on the S&P 500. Let's see what else is going on. Nasdaq, same story. Where is your 786? Well, it's another 3.73 move towards the upside, percent wise, moves towards the upside. Resistance at 21,000 on Nasdaq. Cryptocurrencies, total market cap $3.1 trillion, $100 billion added again today, or well, over 100 billion added to the cryptocurrency market cap, back above 3 trillion. Why is 3 trillion important? Well, $3 trillion is the top of the market for 2021. Getting back above that is significant for the crypto markets. You are now looking at potentially going through the retrace levels and back to all-time highs. Let's go deeper into the stock market. What's the biggest movers of the day? We've got Hood up 88.94%. Hood looking good. Hood looking good. Unfortunately, it's created a little gap, but these gaps do occur, especially on a volatile stock like Hood. Targeting $68 will be next if this trend continues, and then these gaps could get filled in a recession, for example. But it's more likely for gaps to be created on lower market cap stocks like Hood at $47 billion. So Hood is very volatile. And I mean, look, there is unfilled gaps. I mean, you look at a gap here at $25. You look at a gap. I think that's the last gap. You look at a gap here at $11. I mean, these are unlikely to get filled now. 90% of gaps get filled, not 100%. So you can't always trade based off gaps. So there is a gap towards downside. This one is very likely to get filled in the future. I mean, $46 is the support, but right now it's looking bullish. The trend is up. The RSI is not overbought yet. It's the bullish control zone. MACD is still green. Trends towards the upside. So looking good for the short term anyway. $68 will be the target for Hood. Space, SBCE is moving. One of the biggest gainers of the day, up 8.77%. How did it all start? Well, it started from our wedge. It started from the wedge. Wedge broke out to the upside. What's the target on SBC? Well, $3 is the first one, then it's $3.27. Then we start looking at $5. So SBC, has it found its bottom? Looking like a good day for SBCE. Resistance up ahead at $3.30. Palantir has made it back. It held it as support after a bad earnings or below expectation. Well, expectation earnings, but below market consensus and below what the market wanted to see. It did drop on earnings, and now it's straight back up again. I mean, I wouldn't be buying this. I mean, we were buying this at $10, $6, whatever it was when we were looking at this. $7, $7.50, $15, $16. All three targets hit. $45, $70, and $109 all hit. So I wouldn't be getting back into this stock. It's an absurd valuation, in my opinion. Market cap is 280 billion. PE ratio is 475. Have you ever heard of something like that? I don't know. But it's been propping up the S&P 500. It's been one of the biggest gainers in that. So individually, I would not be investing in it. Resistance up ahead at $125. Let's see. We've got Martyn's show up next. If we don't get any more requests, then what we will do is get you prepared for Martyn's show and send everyone there. So if you do want to do a request, let me know. You can do a super chat or buy a item of merch, and we'll do your request for you as well. MSTR. There we go. As we covered the earnings live, if I go down to the 1 hour time frame, I don't know if my chart's still there. Maybe it was on the 5 minute when we were looking at it live. No, it's no longer there. We're looking at a potential move to the upside. Some troll came into the chat and said it's 100% going down. I'm short on the markets. I'm short on this, and it ended up being completely wrong, and our analysis was right. So MSTR up 7% today, looking good for MicroStrategy. SoundHound AI back above support, $8.77. We are looking at potentially, though. I mean, look, that's what you want to see. You drop below resistance, you're out the trade. What's going on next? You want to get back above resistance, turn it into support. So there was the resistance, $8.72. You broke up, broke up again, broke up, broke out. You went up above the resistance. You stay patient, and it comes down back to that level of resistance. You turn it into support, and off we go on SoundHound AI. So SoundHound AI is looking like it wants to head maybe back up to $13.35, and then maybe back up to $18. So SoundHound is looking cool. You've sort of got a inverse head and shoulders going on a SoundHound as well. So be prepared for a move up on SoundHound up to $13.50 there. Thank you for the 150 people still tuned in. Please do hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Did anyone buy the final two? Let me see if anyone bought the final two bundles. I don't think anyone has. Let me show you those bundles. No, I don't think anyone has. Here we go. Let me just show you this very, very quickly. This is the link for the final two bundles because I know a few people missed out on the other deal. This is a 40% off deal. Only 2 of these mugs left. Once they're gone, they're gone. Only 10 available. They mark historic points in the show. The Lucasades win mug marked a moment on the show a couple weeks ago. Only 2 left of this one. What else is only 2 left? 2 left of the XRP mug. So there's only 2 of these bundles left. 40% off. You get all 3 mugs. The shipping cost will actually be down because you're getting all 3 mugs. So shipping will be down as well. So you're getting an incredible bundle there for the 40% off as well. So there's the link for that. James, really happy I finally got a mug. James, congratulations to you. I'm happy that you managed to get it. It's all about preparation, isn't it? I love it. Luna. Oh, I'm loving these charts. I mean, everything's playing out. Look at this. Luna support at $6.56. What's happened since? You're moving up. Gap to be filled at $10.23, and then we can start moving back up on Luna as well. I mean, that's looking good. Support has held. at $6.56. I mean, already up from that trade 54%. I mean, absolutely incredible. So Luna's looking quite good. I haven't looked at that for a while. Remember, we covered was it a landing, whatever it was, intuitive machinery, and then we were saying it's overbought and all that sort of stuff. But it's finally came back down to a decent valuation, decent level of support, and now it's moving back up. DXYZ. This is the one that holds SpaceX. Nothing too interesting going on with that at the moment. More of a long-term hold. IBIT. What's this? This is the Bitcoin ETF, one of the biggest inflows we've seen for a while on IBIT. You had the same amount of inflows for Bitcoin and for gold, but gold is up much more than Bitcoin. So you can see IBIT has Bitcoin has some catching up to do, and that's looking to target all-time highs as well. So that is very, very interesting. I mean, just look at this beautiful chart. Down, you go in, you've gone up with an uptrend, you've had this massive bull flag, you break out of the bull flag. Unfortunately, when you broke out the bull flag, what didn't you do? You didn't test the previous high, and that's why you need to be patient, and that's why these levels matter. You didn't test the previous high, a dollar above, you managed to catch it again on the retest, and up we go again. So beautiful. After my closing bell, I'm doing the Rocket Lab earnings. Cool. We will look at Rocket Labs as well. That is very cool. RKLB. That will be an interesting earnings to cover. Don't know why there is. Is that my screen? What is that on my camera? Interesting. Okay, so IBIT is up as well. You can see that perfect move back down, and you can see it going up. And if you just take a Fibonacci high to low, you can see what I'm talking about. Our final level of resistance to get back above and start heading to about $74 on IBIT is $57. Getting back above $58 will take us to all-time highs and beyond. Tesla up 4.19%, regained support, triple bottom, bought up accumulation, back above resistance. We're looking at $350 next on Tesla, in my opinion. So that's looking good. Etsy, Disney. Disney had an incredible day yesterday, but where did it come from? Look at the chart once again. Why do we have these levels of support down here? Because I always say, keep an eye on the 2020 lows. And the 2020 lows coincided with the 2014 lows. And the 2020 lows coincided with the 2023 lows. And the 2020 lows coincided with the 2024 lows. And once again, that low got hit, $82. Since that level, we are up 30% within a week or two, up 31% again on Disney. Buying undervalued, selling when you make enough profit. There you go. Disney is doing well. The trade's done. I wouldn't really be touching it. Back to middle of no man's land. You've got a gap towards the downside. Yeah. So I wouldn't be touching anymore. I'd probably start taking profits. But even for a long-term hold, I mean, $153 isn't too far away either. But I mean, if I make 33% in less than a month on a stock, I do not mind trimming at that point. I mean, where would I actually trim? You would have to take a Fibonacci to give you a point. Yeah, potentially $108. So we're not too far away from that, a few dollars away. Rocket Lab. This is what Martyn's doing, the earnings call for Rocket Lab. So let's get prepared for that earnings. Rocket Lab, here we go. Let me go back to your comments. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything before we look at Rocket Lab. Hood is good. So Zach says, I love it. Hood is good. Don't know what happened there. Let's see what comments I've missed. Hope Leo, a leader with global experience, he has spent much of his career as a missionary in South America and most recently led a powerful Vatican office for bishop appointments. Just doing my research. Lol, thank you, Stephen, for keeping us updated on that. Patience is key. Time is your friend. Just relax. My average is 202. No big deal. Gold going down this much. Still up 987, up from last year. I mean, I'm still up from my credit that card I bought from Martyn. If anyone remembers live on the show, he was calling me up, asking me to buy his card, and I got it for a good offer. So thank you, Martyn. I'm definitely still up on that position. They still got the card there. I'm holding for next few years, only taking profit $10. Buy everything below $2 every time. You've got a strategy. Hopefully, it works out for you, Tish. HBAR, if you want to become a member, we'll have a look at that. There we go. That's the membership link in the chat. Thank you, Sensei. It's much appreciated. No worries. My XRP average is around 46 cents. This will go up, guys. Be patient. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, I think my average will be around that level as well. Buying at 30 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents. So yeah, I'm probably got the same average, Saab. I think Martyn had the best average out of all of us. 30 cents, 32 cents. Back when we were doing the $1,000 challenge. So congratulations, Saab. With an average like that, you can be very relaxed, can't you? Hood is good. I waited ages for that too, around that price. We were at war with the SEC. Things are looking better these days. Yes, we were dinging the boo. Why is Barty saying boo? What have I done? Please subscribe to the Martyn Lucas music channel. It's excellent and gets WSCO's seal of approval. Live concerts Friday with song requests via the chat. Via the chat. See you on Friday. Get to the chopper, says James007. Yes, we always look forward to the end of the week where we can tune into Martyn Lucas's music channel. You can find it on the homepage of the channel and subscribe to that. What do you think about AMD and Nvidia? Hi Trung. If you want to become a member, I will look at that as well. We will focus on the members for now. We did actually have a look at it in the morning show. That's awesome though, because now you get to enjoy the rewards. I'll get there with my XRP. Yes, I'll be. I mean, maybe in 5 years' time, I'm sure a $2 XRP will sound very, very cheap as well. Okay. What else is it? Oh, we're going to look at Rocket Lab. You win on my gold purchase, lol. Yes. Yes. I win. I always win. We win together. I love it. I can't wait to get my hands on that card. I'll put it somewhere back here. The Robin Hood exclusive card. Solid gold. I love it. Rocket Lab. I mean, Rocket Lab, one of our best trades over the last couple of years. I mean, just every time I look at it, it's a chart of beauty. That's why it's like sometimes charts get requested, and I look at it and I'm not convinced either way. It's the middle of no man's land. There's no point taking trades on things you're not convinced about because there's plenty of opportunities in this market. There's the stressful opportunities, there's the chart opportunities, there's the best approach, long-term investing with an index fund. But there's also opportunities like this. What you're looking at here is a chart of beauty. Just I mean, for a second, we'll go to the 3-day time frame and just zoom out. Oh, Al Royal, thank you for subscribing. IPOs. What happens after IPOs? Big pumps. IPOs come back big another pump. Nowhere during this chart do I look confident in buying. Downtrend, 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 downtrend. Trend is your friend, trend is your friend. Down, 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 down. Breaking support, down, down, down. And then patience. Where is it going to find its bottom? It finds a bottom, bounces, goes to the same bottom, bounces, goes to the same bottom, bounces, goes to the same bottom, bounces. You start forming an accumulation pattern. You try breakout, failed breakout. So you get patient again. Patience. You fail to you get back into the accumulation phase. Patience. Every single one of these buys, whether you did it before, you did it at the very end, at $3.47. Brilliant purchases. And then just the cherry on top, you're looking at a downwards trending slope trend line. You're looking at the bottom of an accumulation. You're looking at two things coming together, and you break out entry $4.50, entry $3.55, average entry $4. You get up to resistance, you fail it. You don't panic sell. Why? Because it's a higher low, and the next time you break out, you head to resistance, come back down to support. You break resistance, you then head to your next level of resistance. You're so strong, you don't even come back to support. You break to the next resistance, a little bit of resistance, and you hold it. You break out to the next level of resistance. You break out, you hit targets, profit, 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 ladder out, ladder out, ladder out, ladder out at all these resistance points. And then you've got a chart of beauty like that. So plenty of opportunity on Rocket Lab previously, but now again, look, if you're a long-term holder, if you like the fundamentals, then you can still buy. But for me, buying at those levels, I'm happy with that position. I've trimmed off a lot of that position where I actually went all the way to $32. I mean, the trade average entry $4. Taking profit at specific levels, 100% move, 280% move, 434% move, all the way up to our final target, 700% move. You're talking over an 8x in less than a year, all from a charting pattern plus fundamentals. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. That's the charts I love to see. So the trade's basically done on that from back then. However, again, same thing applies. You've hit a top, you're trying to find your bottom. What levels are you looking at? Well, you're looking, if you like the fundamentals, you're looking to ladder in. You're looking at a gap. What targets are you doing? Well, you've got a horizontal level of support at $21. You start laddering in, maybe 10%, 20%, but then you start looking down to your next level of support, which coincides again. Two things happening at the same time: level of support at $15 and a gap fill at $15. There's the gap fill. There's the level of support. You wick down. You find that as a bottom. $15 entry. More confident on your entry there. Two things coinciding, and then you get back above your next level of resistance. You're testing it as support again. So if this earning goes well, you're above $21. $29 could be next on Rocket Lab. I am actually bullish on Rocket Lab. Not as bullish as I was down here because it was so undervalued, but looking at the chart right now, you've come in. You've come into a nice level of support. $15 would have been the entry for me. Secondary entry back at $21. Why? You got back above it. You're testing it as support. Um, Earnings goes well. What goes well? You've got your catalyst. You've got nothing in your way. $29. There you go. You also obviously have some Fibonacci levels if you want to trade out of it a little bit at a time. $24, $26, and then $29 again coincides with the 786, the most important level. So good earnings. Get ready for a limit order of selling at $29. Not financial advice. That's my opinion. $29 can, on a very good earnings, you could really wick up there over the next couple of days. 27% move to the upside. If it's a bad earnings, keep an eye out for $21. If $21 breaks, you're looking back to maybe produce a double bottom at $15.20 or $16 just to be safe. So those are my levels for the earnings tonight. $30 on a good earnings, get ready there. If it breaks $21 on a bad earnings, you're looking at $16 as your next entry. Remember, that's if it's a volatile earnings, that's if there's surprises, that's what you can expect. But over the long term, that same thing can play out as well. That's Rocket Lab for you as well. Okay, final call. Any chart requests? If not, we will send you over to Martyn's show, which starts. Is it soon? No, it's in 50 minutes. What we'll do is we'll get everyone there to put the notification bell and to like the stream. We've got 137 people still watching us, so thank you for that. Final call for any other chart requests, and then I'm going to have to try and fix whatever issues is going on with my systems. Anything else notable? Alibaba. If anyone remembers, we're covering this as again 2020 lows got hit. There you go. Oh, where was the 2020 lows? Actually, not the 2020 lows, actually. Anyway, it was the level of support here from 2015, 2016, 2022. We hit it again on upwards trending in July of 2024. And ever since, we've been moving up on ticker symbol BABA. Remember, the fundamentals of this stock is looking great. Unfortunately, it is a Chinese stock, which some traders don't like. And that's why it's not higher than it is right now. What is the PE on this? PE is 7. It's still 7. I mean, imagine what the P was down here when we were looking at the stock. Since those entries, we are looking up 110%. So looking good. What else do we have? Tilray not looking good. You're buying a falling knife. I know a lot of people are saying the fundamentals at this price are good. Again, that's not one for the charts. That's one for you to take that risk by yourself. That's Tilray, not even moving on. Excuse me, not even moving on such a bullish day. Nasdaq moving up again. S&P 500 holding it as well. McDonald's down on the day. Defensive is down on the day. Coca-Cola down 1%. McDonald's down 0.76%. J&J down 0.66%. Martyn, remember, it just goes down, 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 down. J&J. Netflix is also down on the day. Berkshire Hathaway didn't like the news of Warren Buffett stepping down. I don't know how that wasn't already priced in, but there you go. Still basically at all-time highs on Berkshire Hathaway. Any cryptos making big moves? Matic emerging. Wow, Matic got absolutely murdered. Now at 25 cents. The support was at 18 cents, and it's up 14% today. Ethereum up 13%. Remember, Matic and Ethereum work very closely together. Gala up 13%. Anything else notable? Let's have a look at XRP. Is that still moving or not? No, it's selling off a little bit. Remember, $2.30 is key for XRP. Yeah. Let's see if we get $2.30 today on XRP. Remember, I do a morning show every morning, so you can always tune in and we'll do more requests. James says CRO. Been a member for over a year, so of course we'll do that. Moving up on the day. 6% up today. Back above support, I mean, again, looking fine. With a lot of these cryptos, it's what does the wider market do? Better off looking at Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. Once they start moving, this will start moving. Bitcoin dominance, once that starts falling, this will start moving. But just as like a coin, it's looking fine. It's holding support. It's not making lower lows. It's making higher lows. You've got the CRO ETF coming out. That's massive, in partnership with Trump Media, and crypto.com. They've got that coming out as an ETF, so that's obviously going to be great for CRO. So I do still think it's undervalued, back above support. I mean, I can see this very easily going to $1 as well. So CRO looking brilliant. Oil.
Saab Shergill donated $2 through a super chat. Oracle.
Interesting. Not heard of it. Thank you, Saab. We'll have a look at it. US oil double bottom. Double bottom trend is obviously towards the downside, so you're going to be looking at downwards sort of targets, possibly $67 on US oil, UK oil as well. Double bottom again. You'll be looking at downwards targets as well. It's still in a downtrend, possibly $72 on UK oil. So double bottom, so do expect a little bit of upside on oil before it continues its trend towards the downside. We're looking at Oracle. What is that? Oracle. What is it? Crypto stock. What are we looking at? Oracle. Oracle Corporation. I imagine this must be it. Is this the right one, Saab? Ticker symbol ORCL on the New York Stock Exchange. Currently sat at $151. Is that the one we're looking at? Do confirm that, and then we can have a look at that. Christopher Pennington, we are coming up to the end of the show. If you do want us to have a look at it, you can do a super chat. Thank you, Sensei. It's much appreciated. Thank you for everything you do. No worries at all, James. I've done 4 shows today, which I didn't mean to do 4 shows. I meant to have one morning show. That turned into 2 shows. I meant to have one show now. That turned into 2 shows. So setting up the show multiple times is not ideal for me or for you. So we'll be looking into that. Oh, it is the right one. Okay. Okay, this will be the final request unless we get anything else through. So there we go. Oracle Corporation. Let's zoom out, see what sort of, yeah. You can very easily tell the stock is here to stay, up, which is good. The trend is towards the upside, the long-term trend, so you can use that in the back of your mind. There we go. Support up there. Something like that. Support over here. All-time highs. Just small levels there. That's fine. Just a quick Fibonacci from down here to up here. Yep, you came and tested your 50% retrace. That's why that's a strong level of support. Retracements from high to low. You're back into a bullish trend. 786. That's about it, really. Depends how, if you're a long-term trader or short-term trader, and then there is more levels if you're a short-term trader. But just looking at it from a little bit more of a medium-term perspective, why is this level of support? Well, because you've got a double top over there. It came back down to this level of support, which is the previous all-time high. So all playing out very, very nicely. The trend is very much towards the upside. You just zoom out, you can, won't be a perfect trend line, but you can just see it's just trending towards the upside. Higher lows, more people are getting involved in the stock, as it always has. Market cap is 425 billion, so it is a major stock. I don't know why I haven't heard of it. What does it do? It engages in provisions of products and services that address aspects of corporate information technology environments, including applications and infrastructure technologies, cloud and license hardware and services. So it's just one of those boring companies that just makes money. Earnings per share is 34. Price to earnings. PE ratio is 34, so quite high. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so the chart, you're back above. Oh, we've got another one.
Christopher Pennington donated €5 through a super chat. Hi Sensei, could we take a look at XCN, please? Can you see a 20 cents or 30 cents top in this bull run?
Thank you very much, Christopher Pennington. We will do that as well. Thank you for that. We will definitely have a look at that. Okay. Right after this. Oracle Corporation. 145 was the level of support, and you're bouncing off it on the weekly chart. The weekly chart's $182 will be next. So looking bullish, looking good. You've sort of had this trend towards the downside, but again, you broke out the trend. You're going up. Earnings is already done, or is it not? Earnings is in 40 days, so that's when volatility might come. But yeah, just looking at it, Saab, it's looking fine, mate. I mean, you've got a company that's making money, that's just continues making higher lows. Gaps all filled. I mean, look at this. This is what I mean by gap filling. For the people that were asking earlier, just look at the history of this stock. So you go all the way up, you create a top, you've got a gap. I mean, up here, people are not thinking you're going to come fill the gap, but you eventually, most of the time, do. So you move up in price, you move down, the gap's still not filled. Remember, the gap is here. You move up, you move down, you move up. You're failing to break the double top. One of those reasons can be because there's a gap, and then you gap down. So it's interesting with these gaps. You then have a massive gap down. So we'll look at that gap shortly. Gap down. Where do you find support? At the previous gap. So this gap here on the chart, it got filled, and then you created a new gap. So then you're going down, and then you've got the magnet towards the upside. So you try one time, doesn't work. You come back down, creates another gap. So then you've got, when you're looking at the stock down here, you can see you've got support from this area here. You've got support. So that magnet's pulling you up. There's the gap. You go up, you fail to break that gap until you gap up, and you've gapped up, and you've sort of filled that gap. Then you come back down and you fill this new gap that's just been created here. So again, you can tell, why is it not going to break out? Well, because you've sort of got a magnet pulling you towards downside. So down, 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 fill the gap. All gaps are now filled. That gap's filled, that gap's filled. Nothing really here to push you down. You try again, double top, and then you break out. And then unfortunately, you create another gap. There's your gap. So you break out to the upside because there was no gaps to fill towards the downside. You break out, go to your next level of resistance. Why can't you break that resistance? Well, because you've got a magnet pulling you down to fill that gap. You come down, you fill that gap from back then to the cent, I think 125 was the gap, and you fill the gap perfectly. So then that gap gets taken away, no more magnets to downside. You've actually then got a couple magnets towards the upside on this downtrend. So then that gives you more confirmation that this support will be held, and you can push back to your upside. So every single gap is now filled. So the world's your oyster here. Gaps are filled. And again, because the gaps are filled, nothing's really stopping you breaking this resistance. So then it's incredible. So then you break out from the resistance, but while you've done that, you've just created a whole new another whole new gap. So then you've broken out because there's no gap. You then going up to your next level of support, and within all of this, you've just got gaps, gaps, gaps. Another gap created here. You go up, you go up. You can't break that resistance. Why? Because you've got a gap towards the downside, and coming down, you've created another gap. So you've come down, you filled that previous gap, but while doing that, you've created a gap towards the upside. And while all of that's going on, you're trying to fill this gap. You go back up, you fill that previous gap, you can see, but while you've done that, you've created a gap towards the downside. That gap gets filled. I mean, this is a stock full of gaps and gaps getting filled. Um, you filled that gap, but then remember, this gap still hasn't got filled. So you come all the way back down, you fill the gap, you come back down, and then finally you filled all the gaps until today. So bear in mind, we do unfortunately have a gap towards the downside. So in most likelihood, this gap will get filled at some point or another. So having a level at $141 in the back of your mind, there's a gap there. Consider that that can get filled. Um, but at the same time, you do have another. Do you have a gap there? That's got filled. That's got filled. No, there you go. So consider that the fact that you've got a gap there and you've got a new gap here. So you do have gaps at $127 and $142. Keep that in the back of your mind that you can that coincides with a level of support down here. $127 is a level of support plus a gap fill. 142 if you're very bullish, then that's another level of support, but that those can get filled in time. I mean, these don't get filled straight away. Right now the chart is looking pretty bullish. $146 is support, $141 is support, and you're looking to potentially maybe a Fibonacci level will come in handy here because of those gaps. Targets $158, $167, $181 is key, and then you're looking back at all-time highs. But keeping in the back of your mind, if this support breaks 146, have some money left over to buy at 126 and 146. But other than that, you have broken out, and the trend is your friend right now. The trend has broken out, and that trend could now start moving to the upside before you come back down. So gaps don't 100% of the time get filled, but you've seen so far they've got filled. Another 30% move to the upside, and then it can come back down. So interesting stock. It's an interesting one. It seems like on the long term you hold it, you're fine. You've got some potential buy zones at $141, $126. However, the chart itself is looking bullish, and you've got targets of 182 and 198 on the upside. So hopefully that's helped. It's not the most easy stock to trade, but at least you've got levels. Support 127, 142, resistance 182, 198. You're back above support. So if I'm going to edge in one direction, I would say bullish for the time being. I don't think I've ever said gap so many times in my life. Okay, final one, unless we get another super chat. This is the final one of the day. It would be cool if we could keep going until Martyn's show, actually. So that's up to you guys. We can keep it going if we get more requests. If not, it's been a long day. We will get back into it in the morning tomorrow. Quant will be a rocket, digital pound, digital euro, and digital dollar coming. They will also be partnered with Ripple on that, at least the digital pound would be. Thanks, Sensei, it's much appreciated. Thank you for everything you do. No worries at all, James. Thank you for always tuning in. Hi, Sensei, can we look at XCN? You've done a super chat for that, so of course we can. Buy Pope Coin. Oh no, Pope Coin. I don't want to buy Pope Coin, but people are probably making a lot of money with Pope Coin. There's definitely a Pope Coin, isn't there? Oh, God. Christopher Pennington, our final one of the day, it seems. Hi, Sensei, could you have a look at XCN, please? Can you see 20 cents or 30 cents top in this bull market? So you're looking at a bull market top. That's an interesting one. I do like it when some people give me a bit more information because we know what we're looking for. Can you see 20 cents or 30 cents top in this bull run? Okay, interesting. Thank you for that. Great job on the charts. Again, thanks, Sensei. No worries, Paul. Thank you for tuning in. So, XCN. Altcoin. Okay, let's just clear some of this noise. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. can I see a 20 cent or 30 cents top in this bull run? Well, that's much higher than we are right now. Okay, so I mean, it was that high in 2022, wasn't it? So look, I mean, what I'll be looking at is, again, this is dubious speculation. This is not financial advice. It never is, but especially when you're looking at something like this, we are just speculating, putting ideas out there in what our belief is of this bull run, which is upside altcoin seasons, what we've seen previously, which is obviously not guaranteed. So take that as this is high risk. We're gonna speculate on where this can go in a bull run, and what we mean by bull run is what we expect after a halvening, money flowing into Bitcoin, Bitcoin going parabolic. Once quantitative easing comes round, money starts flowing into markets, Bitcoin heading up to $200,000, Bitcoin dominance coming back down, getting the full altcoin season. Because what you're suggesting there is 20 to 30 cents, of course, is very high. So what we're going to do is, I'm assuming that's what you're expecting. That's sort of what I'm expecting, but I'm also planning for if that doesn't occur. So what we've got going on here is obviously downwards trend, holding up support, trying to get back above 2 cents to head higher. But you're not asking for short-term analysis. We're looking for altcoin season analysis. First thing I'd look at is the 2025 high to the 2025 low. What's that going to give me? A few potential targets. And what I look for a bull season, if I'm like the coin, is the 1618. So what's that target? That's a 7 cent target. I mean, people investing in stocks would think that's incredible. 300% forex. So that's one bull market target. So you're looking at 7 cents. Another one would be 4 cents. Just to put that out there. Then what else would you be looking at? You'd still take this from high to low, and then you'd look at the 2618. 11 cents. We still haven't got onto those 20, 30 cents. So 11 cents. Then what we can start doing at the same time, this sort of coincides with the all-time high. So all-time high is possibility as well, 18 cents. But remember, a lot of these coins never make it back up to their all-time high. I know this has been getting a lot of traction, and it might be one of the best performers ever. I mean, if we get back up to 20 cents from the all-time low, you're looking at a 27,000% move to the upside. So very, very, very unlikely, Christopher Pennington. But again, it happens every altcoin, every cycle. You see massive gains in potential altcoins. Very unlikely hit one, but I don't want to put you off holding it for the long term if you really believe in it. But at the same time, I'm very comfortable saying it's very high risk. It's very unlikely to head back up to 20 cents just by looking at the charts and looking at how low it went in the bear market. But we can give you some other potential targets in a very good bull case as well. So first one, 4 cents. Next target, it coincides around 7 cents. 10 cents. 11 cents. Coincides as well, which is good. So we can move that down slightly. There we go. 11 cents. 786 target, 14 cents. An absolute bull case scenario. Best performing coin on the altcoin run. You do actually potentially have the 1618 from the 2022 lows to the 2024 2022 highs to 2024 lows. Actually, very coincidentally, does give you a 30 cents target as well. So let me just explain this once more. Here are your targets for the absolute best case bull case scenario. And what I would do, just like I'm doing on XRP, I would ladder out my position if I think it's going to be one of the best performing tokens. So you're looking at 4 cents laddering out, 7 cents laddering out. The higher you go, the higher risk. No guarantees you even get up to 4 cents. I think you will, but let's just pretend. Big bull case, Bitcoin 200,000, Ethereum 10,000 plus, XRP $10, money flowing, altcoin season, parabolic moves. These are the levels that I would be laddering out personally if I believed in this coin, to the extent it seems like you do. So 4 cents, 10%, 20% take profits. 7.5 cents, 10%, 20% take profits. 10 cents, 20%, 30% take profits. 14 cents, 20%, 30% of the leftover. 18 cents, 20%, 30%. Moon bag, get out of everything. Bull market top, parabolic. You do potentially have an argument for 30 cents in that best case scenario. But I always want to lock in some profits. You always start looking higher in these FOMO when the altcoin season actually gets going. So you want to have these levels, whatever your levels are. You don't have to just completely copy mine. Whatever your levels are, you want to start taking profits. So there you go. That's the targets I'll be looking at if we see a big altcoin season. It doesn't sound like you want to look at the short-term things. We just had to look at potential targets in the bull run. Thank you for that suggestion. That's how I'll be looking at my favorite coin. I mean, people call us crazy. Flare token, it's another one. I know it's high risk. I know I can probably lose it all. I know I might be holding the bag for a while, but I'm looking at big targets as well. I'm looking at an area that it peaked to. I'm looking at potentially I'll be holding Flare to potentially $1 if that ever occurs. And that is an incredible price as well, because at the 1618 is 23 cents. So same boat as you there. I mean, there is tokens we look at, and there is possibilities in the crypto market to make 20,000% moves, and it's a question of which one will it be. But again, with Flare token, for example, I will have levels I take profit. So even though I think one day it can go to $1, one day it can head back to those all-time highs at 15 cents, I'll be taking profits at 4 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, 9 cents, 12 cents, 15 cents, and leaving some for 25 cents and an absolute moon bag for $1 if that ever occurs. So sort of in the same boat with you with a different token as well. I'm a little bit more confident in Flare because I like the technology. The price action on the chart isn't as sudden move to the downside. You've got more price action towards these upside levels. You've got higher lows, etc., etc. Okay, final call, and then for any other super chats to look at charts. Thank you for all the support today as well. But if there are any other chart requests, then let me know. Otherwise, I want to give everyone the opportunity there before we end the show. Sounds good. Thanks, Sensei. Thank you, Saab. Can you look at egg? I'm not looking at egg. Great job on the charts again. Thanks. Thank you, Paul. Thanks a lot for the charts, Sensei of Charts. Thank you very much, Simplicity. Do consider becoming a member. Very high risk says, you know what? If anyone's not a member right now and you decide to become a member, you get a free chart request as well. So there you go. There's a lot of people that aren't members. Revved Up Biker, Pixie, and Simplicity. We had more. Terry Rose, Nez, Ernie Echo, Hi Trong. Any of you become a member, $3. You get lots of perks and benefits. I'll also do you a chart. So there you go. Buy Pope coin, says Terry Rose. I'm not going to buy Pope coin. It sounds good. Thanks, Sensei. Can you look at egg? No, I can't look. I was thinking to sell most of my bag around 6 to 7 cents, hoping for a miracle with the remaining 20%. It's amazing, 980% uplift in November. Yeah, that was the token everyone was looking at back when that parabolic trend occurred, wasn't it? I mean, that was one of the best performing tokens in that time. XCN. Everyone was FOMOing in, and they got punished. You very much got punished, didn't you? I mean, look at that. Every single person was FOMOing in at that point. It was everywhere on crypto Twitter and everything. 85% punishment. There you go. You get punished in the crypto market. If you're a bull, if you're a bear, everyone gets punished in the crypto market. And there you go. That's a big punishment. 85% move towards the downside. If it is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. We do charts. We do merch. We do Discord, we do stock news, we do crypto regulation news, we do worldwide news, we do breaking news, we do stocks, we do fundamental analysis, we do technical analysis. We're live basically all day, every day. We do EV tolls. We show you how to go from $5,000 to what is Martyn on now, like $400,000. There's so much goes on this show. We're live every day. My favorite thing about this channel is the family. The membership creates a very unique family where we all can rely on each other, all can talk to each other. We're always live supporting each other. So don't know where I was going with all of this, but I was saying I don't know how that started. I think I've lost the plot. I think it's the longest I've been live for a while. How long have we actually been live? I bet it's not even been that long. This stream started an hour and a half ago, I think. But the one before, I don't know how long I've been going live, but feels like a long time. I don't know how Martyn does it. But we're live all the time. It's me, it's Martyn, it's Vaz, it's the network. Martyn is obviously the owner of the channel. He's done all the hard work for everyone. He's built this family. So there you go. There's the membership link. Where do you see Flair going this bull run, Sensei? Thank you, Sub. I'll answer that. IMX is up 13% today. Al goes up 10%. Greetings from Thailand. Bijan Bayan. Greetings from the United Kingdom. Thank you for coming into the show. You feel better about the market today at Amina looked a bit disheartened yesterday. Got XTN when it was down. I'm pleased to see some uplift now. Sophia, nice work. It's hard to buy when it's down. When there's blood on the streets, it's hard to buy, isn't it? But you dug the trenches just like we were live for until 11 p.m. with Martyn. That's the time to buy. And now we've got Martyn on the line. So what I'm going to do is go. Oh, I've got the wrong thing there. Let me just change that to that. There we go. Actually, sorry, I've got a fly in the room again. I've got a fly in the room just as Martyn calls in. Oh, there you go, Martyn, you're there. Welcome into the show.
Here I am. How are you, mate? This is great.
Good,
are you
thanks.
well?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for calling in. It's, as you've seen, a lot going on, unfortunately, and we're having fun on the show.
I just had to call in because this has been an incredibly special day. And I'm a bit sort of overwhelmed by it all. We're just a couple of weeks away now from our 4th anniversary, and we'll probably hit 80,000 subscribers tomorrow. And then we count down to 100,000. And today's been historic. You know, we've just seen history made with the first proper full trade deal with the UK. You'd have thought we'd have had a trade deal for years with the US, but not in the way it's being done now. And on the same day, we've got an American Pope. I mean, what is going on for America right now? And Donald Trump celebrating, saying America's taken over the world. The stock market is rallying. We just had a little sell-off a few moments ago with the S&P 500, but it's just going straight back up again. And I can't believe it. I just wanted to call in and thank you for everything you've done today. And Vaz, of course, he's doing a great job. And it's just sometimes it's worth just taking a pause and thinking, bloody hell, look at where we've grown, and everybody's with us all day long, every day. It's just quite incredible. And I just wanted to thank you really, and to let everyone know that after your stream, I'm going to be live in 20 minutes for the closing bell. And then straight after that, like it ever ends, we're going to be straight into the Rocket Lab earnings. That was requested by one of our members. So we're going to go straight into Rocket Lab earnings as well. And then straight after that, we'll be on the extra channel throughout the night. Back to you in the morning for the breakfast show. Every morning you're there. And then I'll be back with the opening bell. And it just never ends. I don't know a channel like it. We're just, like you said a minute ago, we're always live now. It's just incredible. And I just want to thank everyone for being part of this. And no one ever leaves, do they? They just sit and join us all day. Your charts today have been absolutely fantastic. And it's great. I was sat on the sofa. I said to Leah, I'm absolutely whacked. I was up again all last night. You know, saw me putting my posts out about the 3 o'clock trade, the banks, and I'm looking forward to when we can just boom for a few weeks and I can get some sleep, because I'm absolutely knackered, mate. I don't mind telling you. But anyway, you've had a great show, mate. Great number. And I'm really pleased that so many people have signed our petition. And this second live stream, Sensei, is doing much better than the first one. The first one was a bit weird. I thought it was going to explode, and it's doing all right. But the second one seems to be working. It just goes to show sometimes you've just got to keep going. You think something's going to be brilliant, and it's not. So you just pick yourself up, go again, and try again, and keep going.
Keep
Anyway,
going.
Sensei.
Yeah, I mean that was great. It's great what we're doing. For anyone who doesn't know what that is about, we're doing well, Martyn's sort of taking on the UK government. We always try and do what's right for the viewers, the members, and do our part. And in this case, it's just making sure the UK government there's no overreach, trying to deliver on the promises that they made, and it's just going down in a route we don't like to see, and we know that our members are not too happy about that. So a petition out there to try and get 0% tax on cryptocurrencies. They're treating it as gambling in the sense that they're trying to put regulations on it to not buy it with credit cards and stuff. You can with gambling, so why not bring over the 0% tax as well and show that you want to be the crypto hub? They've said that many times, but all this regulation is sort of pushing that back. We're not anti-regulation. I mean, remember with the SEC case, the whole issue was there was all this pretend regulation, government overreach, but we didn't know the rules. And now these rules are coming out. Again, it's making it harder for exchanges, making it harder for the investor. So we just want to push the UK in the right direction and push them into making the crypto the hub that they promised. And one way of doing that is what the US is proposing: 0% capital gains on crypto. If they can do it for the UK as well, and just making that noise and getting 10,000 signatures, the government has to respond to us. So do consider signing that petition. I don't know if Martyn, if you've got the link, you can post in the chat.
Yeah, well, I'm not posting the government one yet
The
because it's
change.org one, yeah.
the change.org. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me give you that link now. Yeah, this is starting to take off now. We're just starting to get it out. So let me just give you that. While I'm doing that, Sensei, if you could let me know. I know you were talking about it earlier, but I'd like your thoughts just very quickly. If the VU S&P 500, do you think it's going to push through now? Are we going back to all-time highs? Because I just sense that we've got such. If you look at 76% of the S&P 500 are beating on earnings. I expect Nvidia to beat on earnings. Inflation is done with. I have to agree now. I think it's way overdue that Powell, hasn't reduced rates yet.
Yeah.
Even though I said I budgeted for it for June, I still do, and just 2 this year. I think with everything that's going on, partly the reason for keeping the tariffs up was the fear of tariffs, keep the rates up, fear of tariffs and what that might do for inflation. But clearly, now we've got the UK done and dusted. Other countries are just going to fall over. And it's going to be a pack of cards now. We're going to see one after another get done. I don't think there's anything to stop the economy booming in the United States. I can't see anything to stop it. So, as you know, I bought the exact bottom. I went all in. I think I bought 30 shares at the very, very bottom. I think it was about $8,000 or something like that. I can't remember now. But I've got now just under $400,000 invested. Still down overall from my $30,000 I lost on Virgin Galactic, but so close now to being up overall. So what do you think now? Are we going to go to all-time highs? Are we going to push through? Because ultimately the S&P always does return to all-time highs. Has done over hundreds of years. It's been out a lot longer than VU, of course. S&P original format, hundreds of years. Are we going to break it anytime soon? What's your thoughts on that, Sensei?
Yeah, I mean, it is looking good. I mean, there's a bear case, there's a bull case. When we were digging the trenches, when we were live, I mean, back then we were saying there could be more turmoil. However, looking at the charts, looking at your connections and what you brought to the show that day, when we were digging the trenches, making sure no one's selling out and buying back in, at that point it looked like a good entry point. And why was that? Well, it was the 50% retrace. It was your connections. It was your fundamental news. That all came together, and the S&P 500 or VU was down 21% at that point. Now we're moving back up. It's looking very much like a V-shaped recovery. I'll remove some of this noise in a second, but this parallel trend you're looking at on the screen now that's like the bull market trend. It doesn't have to be accurate, but what you're seeing very much is this was over here on the screen trend was 2021 bear market to 2022. You can see the trend was moving towards the downside. This green line here, we broke out, and then the trend is moving to the upside. So I've got this orange parallel channel that's just showing you the general trend of the market towards the upside. And that general trend was broken in this very recent correction to the downside, but we're getting back into the trend. We're looking like this bull market might still have legs to stand on. So that is one bullish area of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is sort of comparing it to even that 2022 bear market, the couple year bear market. You take a Fibonacci from, let's just say, the all-time high to one of these lows. What you normally see, even if you're going to continue moving bearish, you go from a high to the low, you get these retraces where everyone does start getting excited again, only to miss out, to go to the 786 and then continue this downtrend once again. So that move from the all-time high in 2022 came down 15%. It rallied back up 12%, 13%, only to create new lows and head lower. So that is the danger. It always is the danger that you come down, you have these deep retraces, you go all the way back up, and then you continue moving towards the downside. So that's the only worry that people are looking at the markets now. And that final retrace point would be another potentially 3% move up on VU, heading up to $538 specifically on VU. And then that's decision time. If you get back above the 786 and you hold that as support, all-time highs is next. That's what we've historically seen. You get back above the last retrace point, 78% back up, break $540 on VU. There's not much in your way. You go to all-time highs and then you're off. But there's always that danger that you come down, the markets rally, and then who knows what the news can be. China deal doesn't go through, extra tariffs on this, World War let's not World War 3 because that'd be bad, but like war breaks out in the Middle East, war breaks out in India. There's always this looming uncertainty in this new market that you can head all the way back up, but then one piece of news, one new decision, Donald Trump does this, does that, and then it heads back down. So that's always a looming threat. So we always have to have in the back of our mind, it's not, we can't just keep saying it's going to go up and up. However, the trend is moving to the upside. Midterms are coming up. Trump doesn't want to have this reputation of the markets coming down. We can see the rhetoric move into deals being done, starting with this UK deal. So just preparing from both sides. I mean, trends moving up. We had the 50% retrace. We dug the ditches. We're getting a V-shaped rally. What I'm going to be looking at the chart is, are we going to get that final retrace? Are we going to get moved back above $540? Because that would signify to me $540 on VU, back above that level. Final retrace, all-time highs is next, and beyond. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I think is the most likely scenario if I had to choose right now. Once we get back above the 786, which is $540, I would see us going on a rally until the midterms, and I think Trump would want to keep the markets elevated, but always having in the back of our mind, look, we've seen this happen before. We've seen a big correction, move up, and then we've just continued lower, or potentially coming back down to those lows, creating a double bottom and continuing higher. So keeping all options on the table. If I had to choose one, I would say bullish.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. It's good information there. I think I would like to leave with everybody to think that you shouldn't be chasing the market now. I know if you've just joined today, you're all excited. You're thinking, well, this is all looking good. Inflation coming down, GDP okay, jobs good, interest rates about to come down. That'll increase MMA, mergers, acquisitions, IPOs, deals being done. Why would I not buy? But you've still got to look at it and see that the S&P 500 is 100 times overvalued. It's still around the sort of 20 times earnings. It did get as low as 18.7, I think. That's when the bottom was when I bought that. That was good, and it'll always be expensive. Certain stocks will always be a future price, but you could have patience and listening to what Buffett was saying on his final farewell speech the other day, saying that he's invested, but he's still got plenty of cash, and he said he's waiting, and he said it could come tomorrow, next month, next year. It could be years, and that's the thing. You have to wait for the ideal opportunities. Otherwise, you're in the market for years, going sideways, up and down, never really making any money. That's where your charts come in so well for traders. But investors, you can't just assume that the market's going to go up forever. Historically, it does, but it does because we make it happen. It's not a God-given right that it just does. It does it because there are mechanics and machines in place that make that happen. And so I feel bullish, but I wouldn't be buying this pump today. I'm glad I bought when I did, and I'm not selling. Don't see any reason to sell. But you want to be in a position where if your portfolio drops 20%, are you still okay? And can you live with that? And you're comfortable? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Even with my margin position being maxed out, I could still go down 48% and still be okay. So, in a good position really. But I wouldn't be buying this pump, but I'm happy to be in. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the year will bring. I think it's going to be what we predicted, a 10% year this year from the beginning to the end, a 35% if you bought the 25% dip. But it's just a standard regular year. And that's the thing, when you sort of stand back and zoom out on the S&P and you kind of look at it, as you must do, if you take a drop of water and you put it under a microscope, you'll see bacteria flying around it and you'll see movement and you'll see stuff going on. But if you stand back and all you see is a beautiful drop of water, well, the S&P is the same. If you look back, traditionally, you get 10%, an average of 10% a year. One year will do 20%, next year will do nothing. This will be a normal year. And when we come to November, December, all of this tariff stuff will be gone, and we'll look at the market and go, that was a normal year. Well, it wasn't a normal year if you went from the bottom to the top, but from the beginning to the end, it was a normal year. So you just got to stand back. It's all about perspective. But you certainly got to act when the market sell off. Take your opportunities, look at the fundamentals, see everything that's going on. But I'm really proud actually of that little tip I got this morning at 3. Well, it was before 3 o'clock. I said yesterday afternoon that at 3 o'clock in the morning you're going to see it jump up, and it did exactly that. And then I took a photograph and pointed to you the 3 o'clock a.m. and it did exactly that. I think we're on for a good run now. But yeah, don't chase it. And Sensei, I'm going to let you do the last 10 minutes or so. I'm just going to finish getting prepared for the closing bell, followed by the Rocket Labs earnings. And then look forward to sitting down with Leah, a cup of tea and getting some sleep. And but thanks again, mate. You've been going live a lot. It's a lot for you, but nothing for me, mate. Nothing for me, but still good for you. How are you feeling, by the way? This is you're just coming up now to your second week. Every single day, you haven't missed anything. You're live every day. In fact, you've done double shows, triple shows. How are you feeling? How's it? You feel more relaxed? Is it getting easier?
Yeah, it is. I'm loving it. We're getting into the flow of things, doing the market forecast, getting ready for things. It's becoming a habit now, which is good. I'm enjoying seeing everyone in the morning shows. I'm enjoying doing the videos and just providing more value to all the viewers. So yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that. I'm loving it.
That's great. Just keep doing it, mate. Just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. We never stop. Sensei, I'm going to hand it back to you. Thanks for having me on the show. Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much, Martyn. Brilliant. So as you heard there from Martyn, he's going to be going live in for his normal show, Closing Bell, in about 10 minutes time. So we'll tie you straight over to that. When in doubt, zoom out, and there we go. There's the chart zoomed out on the S&P 500. You just look at it. You've got all this noise in between, but what do you keep doing? Creating new highs, investing in the long term, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You're always just going to see these highs. I mean, you just zoom back, and then you have to zoom into the early years of the S&P 500. Go all the way back down to 1972. You made highs, you had crashes, you made highs, you made highs, you had a big crash, and then you just continued making highs. You just keep like zooming and looking up and up and up. All the S&P 500 has ever done is there's been a bit of noise in between, but it's just gone up. I mean, there's been moments that Warren Buffett was also speaking about in the next 20 years, you might get a big crash or whatever. But the worst one I can really think of is 2001, because that was a time where you had a massive correction. 2001. I mean, these are the worst case scenarios. Looking at 50% correction on the S&P 500.com era, new thing. Some people are saying the AI bubble was somewhat similar. We will see. I don't think so, but there we go. 2000 was a big correction, 50%, and he never made it back above those 2000 highs until 2013. So that's what the worst we've ever seen is about a 13-year sideways movement on the S&P 500. you finally went back to those highs in 2007 just to be double topped and crashing another 55% on the S&P 500. However, that's only if you bought the top in 2000 and bought the top in 2007. That's the only time you would see your portfolio actually go sideways, um, and break new highs in 2013. However, if you were buying, if you were DCAing in or buying in when the market was crashing, you would actually see profits much sooner. And what do I mean by that? That's why DCAing. My personal strategy is DCAing at undervalued areas. Some other people's strategy, which is completely fine, is just DCAing every week, every month, whatever. If you're DCAing, you might have bought the top. You might let's just say you'll be DCAing from 1997, you're buying on the way down, buying on the way down, buying on the way down. What I would be doing is when there was bigger correction, I'll be buying more, and then buying back on the way up, buying back on the way up. So, and then buying back on the way down, big correction, then a massive correction, moving. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, even in a scenario when you're moving sideways for 13 years, your average price would most likely be on the lower half or even in the middle if you're. But let's just say it's over there. That's your average price. So multiple times there, you would have been up 49%. There, you would have been up another 49%. So you wouldn't really be going sideways because you'd be DCAing throughout this. So when you did finally break out 13 years later, you were already up 45%. And then the real bull market started once again until 2020, where you made 300% and then it crashed. So you can see over the long term, you zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. And again, when you zoom out of this, it could just be that one wick towards the downside and then you make new highs, or you can come back down, go sideways, make a double bottom. Who really cares when you're investing in the long term, as long as you can afford the margin, or if you're just using cash only, or whatever your strategy is, as long as you can afford these big dips, 40% corrections, as long as you can make money in a sideways market as well, then you're fine. So when in doubt, zoom out. Days like this come and go. Enjoy it while it lasts, but don't get too excited. I mean, until you realize these gains, there's no point getting too stressed with the day-to-day market movement. On that note, we're going to pass you over. Let's just have a quick look at the comments, and we'll pass you over to Martyn for the closing bell stream. Hopefully not too much of a pullback tomorrow. Excuse me. Let me just see where we thank you, Sensei. Just don't want to miss any comments. Hopefully not too much pullback tomorrow, make new highs. You are not alone here. We can keep each other grounded, calm, and make smart moves together. Just buy when it drops below 2, says Tish. Thank you for that. All fingers crossed for XRP finishes at $2.30. Was the CME gap filled at 92,000 Bitcoin? And when would that get taken out? I'm not sure. I haven't checked. If it's not been filled now, maybe in the bear market it'll get filled. Who knows? I mean, it's not that far away. 92,000. That can happen in a day. Yes, we need to close above $2.30 on XRP before it rallies up. Keep an eye on that $2.30 level. Yes, Saab, you know it. You've been looking at the charts as well. What else? Okay, I'm waiting. I have uninvested cash as always. Good luck to you, Stephen Lewandowski. Sell the rip, hold SGov and relax, says Val. Words. Yes, sir. When in doubt, zoom out. I'm glad. Taking 1, 2,000, 3,000 every week or day, says Lewandowski. Yes. Great trades you've been having recently. Mix Contango could be a reversal or a dead cat bounce. Up 5% today, not too shabby, says Stacey Bailey. Where do you think Flair will go this bull run? Sensei. Oh, God. Ask me tomorrow morning, Sal. We don't have time anymore. We're over time. It's Martyn's show now. Much higher, I think. Sal, if the bull run, as I mentioned earlier, goes higher, potentially even to 20 cent. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm hoping for that. We can have another look at the flare chart at another time, Sub. XRP ready to go again. Quick final look at XRP, and we're going to send you over to Martyn. We are overstaying our welcome now. I'm joking. He doesn't mind if I run over. There we go. XRP is going for it again. Is moving up towards the upside again. Let's see. $2.30. That's where we need the daily close. Back above that. Whether it happens today, tomorrow, next week, it doesn't matter. But let's hope it's today. Getting back above $2.30. Let's get the price action moving again. That will be good. Cool. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, Saab. I'll definitely answer your flare question on the next live show. Oh, you can have 10 minutes. We can answer it now. Let's look at flare. We will end the show right after this, so don't worry about 5-10 minutes time. We'll be sending 5 minutes. We'll do 5 more minutes. Flair. Let me just check my phone because sure I was supposed to lost my phone. It's fine. Sure we can do this. Flair. Okay. Saab, don't worry, we've got you. You can thank Martyn for this. Flair is at 2 cents currently. Look again, Flair, speculative, low market cap. Who knows if it's going to survive? I think it's good technology. I think it's better than Chainlink. You've heard that all before. Market cap's just over $1 billion, so a lot of room it can run. Where do I think Flair can go? We're looking at the wrong chart. Let's go here. Flair's at 2 cents right now. 2.5 cents. Major level will be 5 cents. So 5 cents, I will definitely be looking at taking profits. Then it's when it gets exciting. One is you can take a Fibonacci from this level to the low, and then you're looking at 7 cents. Then you're also looking at that wick up on the day it got released to all XRP holders, etc., etc. It went up to 15 cents. So that is another target. So where can I see it going bull run? And again, when we're talking bull run, we're talking Bitcoin dominance goes to 65%, 70%. Bitcoin goes to 150,000, 200,000. XRP is moving to $5, $6, $7. Ethereum's moving up to 8,000, 10,000. We're getting a proper bull run. We're getting what we've been expecting towards the end of this year and beginning of 2026. We get that, and the money starts flowing. So in that case, I'm looking at 5 cents. I'm looking at 15 cents. And then the final beautiful level would be high to low 23 cents on Flare. And then maybe a moon bag for $1. But I don't like saying that live because it sounds ridiculous now and it probably will never happen. But that's my moon bag, $1 for Flare. But yeah, 15 cents, 25 cents, 5 cents is sort of where I'll be taking profits. I don't think I'll take profits anything less than sort of 5 cents because I'm happy to take on that risk. 5 cents, 15 cents, 25 cents. Was it 25 cents? Let me quickly check. Yeah, 23, 24 cents, 20 cents probably. And then $1 moon bag. There's your answer, Saab. Let's see, any other final questions from anyone? XRP ready to go again. I'll take it. Go Stacy. Nice, Stacy. Go, go, go. Great girl, says Stephen Lewandowski. SYN, if you have a minute, Sensei, thank you. Berkshire Hathaway as well. Let's just do it. Let's do it. We'll do a very quick one because I don't want to take away from anyone who's doing super chat. So we'll do very, very quick ones from them. Very quick analysis. SYN. I'm guessing it's the cryptocurrency. It's in phase. I don't like the look of it. It's not good. In my opinion, it's just been bleeding. Again, you can have. Don't get mad at me when you suddenly get a 500% move to the upside because you can see that happens. But just as a long-term holder, at least the crypto I buy, I have some conviction in. I can hold it long-term. Technicals don't look horrific. With this one, it's very much you're buying it to do a trade. In my opinion, maybe $1, 86 cents, something like that. But as a long-term hold, you can see the trend is just towards the downside. I wouldn't be very happy holding it. Berkshire Hathaway, here we go. This is a good one. Berkshire Hathaway B. Yeah, again with Berkshire Hathaway, if you're just holding it long term, it's just the same philosophy as the S&P 500. It's just going to go up, isn't it? Over time. It is very overvalued. I mean, it's very, very. It's been on a very good run to the upside. So again, for this will just be more of a DCA situation. If you want to wait for a bigger correction, $463 could be a potential support. $486 could be a potential support. But yeah, it's just one of those ones you just buy and hold. Not much technical analysis really needed on a stock like Berkshire Hathaway, especially when it's just the trend's your friend, and the trend has been parabolic for Berkshire Hathaway. There's nothing suggesting that trend will end. So for the short term, at least until the trend changes, you are just looking at this stock continuing to go up from this quick analysis anyway. 10 cents is parabolic. 10 cents, these YouTubers are scared. Gavin, what are you talking about? Galen, there is nothing We are the least scammy channel in the world. We don't hype anything up. We deliver on what we say. We don't scam anyone. We don't have trading bots. We don't do this. We don't do that. We keep your comment now. I don't care. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so confident I haven't said anything scammy because I've never do that to the viewers of this channel. So, Galen, if you want to explain to me what you're talking about, uh, please go ahead. 10 cents. What are you talking about? So don't buy in on XRP about now. Jesse, I never give financial advice. So I won't tell you when to buy in and when not to buy in. For me, I'm already in. A lot of the people here are already in. There's no need to buy in unless you're DCAing for the long term, unless you've got conviction that XRP is going to be around for the long term and it's going to provide value and people are going to transfer money on it, all that sort of stuff. If you think there's a bull run, DCAing is never a bad idea, and if you've got those philosophies. However, right now, looking at the trading perspective, $2.30. Let's see how it reacts at $2.30. If it holds it, holds its support, then we can start looking at $2.60. Remember, there's been so many opportunities to buy at $2. Just a few weeks ago, we were buying at $1.71 and $1.83. That I wouldn't be looking to buy it personally now, anyway, unless you're just payslip your monthly salary is coming in. You just want to DCA a little bit every month. Then there you go. You can always do that. You don't need to worry about looking at the chart. Thank you. FD Technologies is another one if you have a minute. Can't say no. These are very quick looks, so do not expect too much from these FD Technologies, especially when I have never looked at the chart and this is on the London Stock Exchange and don't always get the best data. Yeah, I mean, okay, just looking at the chart, initial thoughts, downtrend. Downtrend is broken. We're breaking out to the upside. You just look, you can just, I don't know, do Fibonacci or look at horizontal resistance. See if that links up with any horizontal resistance. That's the most conviction. There you go, the 50% retrace. 2,795p. Next level. I mean, it's just looking at the chart, it looks fine. It looks like you've broken a downtrend, and the trend is now towards the upside. So that's my general comment on that. XRP remains sleepy like Joe, says James. Helen Kristef, this family is not a scam. The Lucasade family is good as you can get, if not better. Thank you so much, Sandra. Look at Faz, thanks. Lucio, do consider becoming a member. We only do requests for our members. Thank you, everyone. What we're going to do is send you over to Martyn. There's the link right up there, pinned to the top. If not, let me just make sure, but I'm assuming this stream will take you straight there as well. If you did enjoy the show, leave the like on the way out. And our troll didn't even get back to us. There you go. This will take you straight to the closing bell stream. Stay where you are. This will take you to Martyn. Thank you all for tuning in. 125 people still with us, so thank you for that. Join me tomorrow morning. What am I going to do tomorrow morning? What I've been doing every single morning. 1 hour before closing bell, UK time, that's 12:30. Should we tell you in Eastern Standard Time what that is? 12:30. I need to start remembering this. 12:30 p.m. UK in EST. It's an early one, 7:30 Eastern Standard Eastern Time as well. So tune in tomorrow morning. Once all the noise has died down from today, let's see what the trends look like for tomorrow. Thank you all for tuning in. Join me tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 UK time. You will always see it. It's about half an hour before we'll schedule it in for you. Do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button on your way out. Straight into Martyn's show. I want everyone going in there and hitting the like button and saying, Sensei sent me. Let's do that because he did it to me. Let's please do that. For everyone who's still here with us, let's do that. So what we're going to do, the link's up above, or this stream will take you there. Go to his chat and start spamming the chat with Sensei sent me. I want everyone going over to Martyn's stream. He's going to start literally any minute now. I'm overstaying. So Sensei sent me. Everyone copy and paste that. He did it to me. Let's send everyone back to Martyn. The link's pinned to the top. This stream will automatically take you there as well as soon as it ends. So if you stay here, it'll take you, or just click the link right now. Everyone, please do me a favor. Go over there and say Sensei sent me on that live chat. He'll be going live, closing bell. He will give you his fundamental thoughts of the day. He's very much all in on the S&P 500, so you want to hear what he has to say about what's been going on today. See you everyone tomorrow morning. See you in Martyn's show. Until next time. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.